Welcome to podcasts recorded live at the Center for Spiritual Living in Portland, Oregon. We have many programs, classes, and workshops developed just for our online audience. To find out more, go to our website at cslportland.org and look under the Online tab. Our mission is to open hearts, ignite minds, and make a difference. If you'd like to support our center and its video podcasts, you can donate online at cslportland.org/donate. Allow us to become part of your extended spiritual community. Wherever you are on your spiritual journey, you are most welcome at the Center for Spiritual Living.
Good morning. Good morning. All right. And out there in Facebook land, good morning. Happy Easter. So let's first of all show our love to our friends band this morning. Ken Brewer, Don Schultz, and Jim Solberg. Beautiful, wonderful band. We are very blessed to have you. Blessed to have Mark Pettijohn as our technical person, and Mr. Mark Steele is taking care of sound today. We thank you so much for your service. Now it's time for you to be involved. Let's all stand and sing our opening song. What color is it? Is it Easter? Is it an Easter egg color? Ooh, it's blue. Yes. On our blue sheets this morning, A Higher Place by Daniel Nahmod. All right.
Good morning on this beautiful Easter morning. Welcome to the Portland Center for Spiritual Living. We are a science of mind community that teaches spiritual principles to transform your life and make the world a better place. Wherever you are on your spiritual journey, you are welcome here. All we ask is that you stay open to the possibility of changing your entire life simply by changing your mind. My name is Nancy Ashley, licensed practitioner here, part of the ecclesiastical team, and I welcome you. So if you are new to the center, we have welcome packets. Hopefully you've already received one. These are, they have a lot of information about who we are, what we do here, how we might serve you, and there's also a Science of Mind magazine in here. If you are online in our Facebook community, you can go onto our website, cslportland.org, and under the About Us page, you will find all of the same information of how we might serve you, who we are, what we believe, and all of this is available to you online. So everybody here or online now can go to our website, cslportland.org, and sign up for some various wonderful offerings. We have 3 different things that you can sign up for, and this is, if you're on the website, go down to the bottom on the right-hand side, and there's a place to put in your name and email address. And what you can sign up for then is the weekly email listing of everything you ever needed to know about what's going on here, with all the Zoom links and everything else. We also have our 365-day Earnest Homes program that Reverend Larry created, and it'll be a daily affirmation that is sent to your inbox every day, with a beautiful picture and some reflective material from Ernest Holmes and then by Reverend Larry. And you can also enter your birth date, you don't need to put the year, and get an e-card and a gift on your birthday. So hope everybody can do that. Our Sunday service, of course, is here at 11 o'clock in person and also on our online in Facebook Live. We have our Wednesday night meditation that has been going on for quite a while now, since it used to be a monthly program, and now it's been a weekly one throughout the whole pandemic. So this week, this is at 7 o'clock Pacific time, practitioner Sylvia Kearns is going to be leading the meditation this week, and her theme is Awakening to Your Abundance, so we can all use that. Friday, Reverend Larry has his continuing lunch with Reverend Larry, and this has also been going on for the entire pandemic time, so you're going to continue even after we're not pandemic forever. Okay, wonderful. 11:30 a.m. Pacific time, and this includes optional lunch that you bring for yourself and some time for socializing and a bit of spiritual options. So we also have our Social Justice Book Club and our Women's 12-step meeting, and both of those are facilitated by me, and it just happens that the book that we're using for the Social Justice Book Club this month is the same one Reverend Larry is using, Strength to Love, and it's wonderful. Very important, next week is our annual meeting, and it will be after our service here. So at 12:30, you can either be upstairs in our classroom for a hybrid meeting, or you can come in online, and again, the Zoom link will be on our website. cslportland.org. So the annual meeting includes a financial update, and we've done fairly well considering all of the interruptions from the pandemic. We'll also be voting on some new board candidates coming in, and we'll also have a program update of everything that's been happening and anticipated to happen. So we hope everybody will be able to join us on that. If you are a member, you will be able to vote for the new board candidates. So our special music today is by our very svelte LaRhonda Steele, whom you already met here. And we will be doing a little bit of extra blessing today, too, for Easter. So today's message by Reverend Larry is Finding New Life, and I know that that will be wonderful. So sit back and relax, because we know that somewhere between the music, the meditation, and the message is exactly what your heart came to receive.
Nancy, I've been called many things before.
Svelte.
Never spelt.
Svelte. Look at her.
Let's breathe in together this beautiful thing called life. And release as we center in and go into our time of meditation together. Sacred time of meditation together. Let's sing together. God is, I am right here, right now, right here, right now. God is, I am. God is, I am. Right here, right now, right here, right now. God is, I am. God is, I am. Right here, right now, right here, right now. God is, I am.
And so in this now moment, we know that Easter is a time of new beginnings, of rebirth, spring, and we know that Spirit, God, has always been here, always will be, infinite, eternal, everywhere present. And at this time, knowing that the love, the peace, the harmony, the unity of Spirit is present in, through, and as everyone, I know that that means me, that I am a unique, individualized expression of this oneness. And as this is true for me, I know it's true for every person here and in the sound of my voice. We are all individual beings, essence of Spirit in human form. and we have all of the qualities of Spirit fully present in us, available, awaiting our recognition. And so I claim and affirm for us today that we are able to look at this new life, this spring coming forward, being a new representation of our highest and best selves. That each one of us is able to be the Christ consciousness, the love, the unification with all other beings, that we are able to be the highest and best representation of God, of Spirit, in human form. We know that all beings are one, and that we are able to be that loving presence for each and every person around the world. And I am so very grateful to know this truth, that we are representations of Spirit, that we are here to be the life of God in human form. And I am so very grateful to know this truth, to know that I am able to be an expression of Spirit, and that each one of us is. And so I just release my word into the action and activity of the law that always says yes. It says yes to our firmly held beliefs, and knowing that we are the true expression of Spirit. I release it, I let it be, and together we say, and so it is. And as we go into the silence, I just invite us to think about that newness in our lives. What are we looking towards, looking forward to as a newness in our lives?
Welcome back from the silence. I will surrender to my greatest, highest good. I will release any fear that blocks my way. For every step I take is taken in pure faith. And I am stronger every moment, every day. My mind is willing and my heart is open wide. I trust my instincts and let Spirit be my guide. I vow to live a life that's real and pure and free. As I continue walking in the mystery, I will surrender to my greatest, highest good. I will release any fear that blocks my way. For every step I take is taken in pure faith. And I am stronger every moment, every day. There may be walls, there may be roadblocks in my way, can choose a higher path each day. And now I know that what I thought was safe and sound was only habit and regret that held me down. Oh, I will surrender to my greatest, highest good. I will release any fear that blocks my way. For every step I take is taken in pure faith. And I am kinder every moment, every day. I'm more loving every moment, every day. I will surrender every moment, every day.
Thank you. Happy Easter, everyone. So glad you're joining us today. So Nancy is right. We're using this book, Strength to Love, a series of sermons that Martin Luther King Jr. gave back in the 1950s. And I think that's where I want to start. You know, in 1957, April 21st, Dr. King said that Easter answers three primary questions that all people of faith are interested in. And I'd like to talk about those three things today. First, he said that the three things that Easter answers is life everlasting? Is the physical, visible, or spiritual more real? And last, does life have to be hard? Do we have to go through a surrender in order to have a resurrection? So I want to talk about the three of those today. First of all, is life everlasting? Well, certainly the resurrection of Jesus represents that symbol of everlasting life. But you know, in terms of even science of mind in most of the world religions, there always is something that comes next. Now, the different world religions may not agree exactly on what that is. Some, of course, believe in reincarnation. Some believe in a traditional idea of heaven. Ernest Holmes is famous for calling it an upward spiral of spirituality and consciousness. So the idea of probably not back in a body again, he thought that might be like, well, why do that again? His idea was an upward spiral of consciousness, that wherever we would be, it would be greater than we were here on this earthly plane. But certainly all of the world's religions agree there is something more than just this physical life. And that leads us into question number 2. Dr. King also asked, is the physical, the visible, or the spiritual? Which is more important? Which is actually more real? And I wanted to read just a little bit of his sermon here. I would swear you could confuse this for Dr. Ernest Holmes instead of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Here's what he says. So he's addressing his congregation in Montgomery, Alabama. This is Easter Sunday in 1957. He says, you look up here this morning and you hear someone talking and you cry out, yes, I see you, Martin Luther King, but I'm here to tell you this morning that you don't see me. No, you look here and you just see my body. You see my external being. You see something that's merely a manifestation of something else. But the real me, you shall never see. You can never see my mind. You can never see my ideas. You can never see my consciousness. You can only see my body. and my body isn't who I am. And he goes on to say, and so this Easter morning, Easter tells us that everything that we see is only a shadow cast by that which we do not see. The invisible is a shadow cast by the invisible. Easter cries out to us that the idealists are right, that it is ultimately mind, ultimately personality, ultimately our spirit that is eternal, not merely these material things. And his third question that he says Easter answers, I want to spend a little bit more time on. He also says that we do not necessarily have to go through a great loss to experience great newness. Those of you who attended our Friday night Surrender into the Mystery service know that, of course, Good Friday is about the crucifixion. We do not have to be crucified in order to rise. We do not have to go through something terrible in order to expect newness. But I would say we have to be willing to give up the things that stand in the way of newness. We have to be willing to give up some of the things that keep us stuck, that keep us in a rut, that keep us experiencing the same days over and over again. The things that, whether we're aware of them or not, kind of hold us fixed like a bug in amber. Are we willing to give up some of our comfortableness in order to achieve some of our greatness? And so today I want to lead you in a couple processes that I think will answer this question. And the first one's kind of fun. You know, I was when we've been going through this book, I've been trying to decide, well, where was I and what was I doing at the same time that Dr. King was doing some of these speeches? And I had to conclude that as a kid, I was in a lumber camp in Deadwood, Oregon. I know, humble beginnings, right? My father was a logger, and my mom cooked the meals for the men living in the lumber camp, and I was 3 and 4 and 5 years old when this was going on, and I still have a vivid memory that I'd like to share with you, and I think we can use it today. So my dad had this old blue pickup. This is back when pickups had the real rounded bumpers, and right? It's like a Ford pickup from probably 1948 or something like that. It was blue, but I got to tell you, it was more rust than it was blue. But it still ran, and he loved that truck. And I still have very vivid early memories on some of those logging roads. I would sit on a bent seat, of course, my mom on one side, my dad on the other. But I was facing backwards. I was looking through that window, watching these giant trees, right? 100-foot, 200-foot tall Douglas firs go by and fade into the distance. For some reason, that memory has stuck with me. And I like to think that this is a metaphor for our own lives, in that sometimes we have to let go of the past. Sometimes we have to allow our doubts and our fears and the things that are standing in the way fade into the distance, even as those giant Douglas firs would get smaller and smaller and smaller. I think there was a little part of me that just couldn't figure out how it worked. Why did that big tree look so much smaller just as the truck would pull along? And so today, I'd like to use this as a metaphor for doing some surrender of our own. And so if you're willing, please close your eyes for a moment. Just allow yourself to sit comfortably and just notice your breathing. We breathe in and out all day long, of course, but we seldom pay much attention to it. Just allow yourself to rest easily. Feel your breath as it comes in against your nostrils. Just notice a couple breaths. And notice that you can control your breathing, of course. Just change our breathing a little bit to have it be even and slower than usual for just a moment. Breathe in. Just hold it for a moment and then breathe out. With each breath, the outside world is going to fade slightly more into the background. The small sights and sound around us seem less present. The world of our imagination becomes more active. Imagine with me that we're in a blue pickup. We're staring out the back window. The pickup right now is motionless, and someone that you trust completely is behind the wheel. It might be someone you know. It might be a trusted figure. It might even be one of the ascended spiritual masters. Someone that you trust completely is driving. And now continue to use your mind and think of something that's standing in the way of you having the good life. Just think of something that's maybe holding you back, something that's bothering you, something that's weighing you down or causing you problems. It might be a physical condition. It might be a poorly paying job. It might be a belief that you don't deserve the good life. It might be something that has stood in your way for years, or something that has just come up recently to make you feel blocked. So picture this negative thing, or a symbol of it, standing behind the pickup. There it is, standing in the road. You're looking out over the truck of the blue pickup, and there it is in the road. Just notice how big it is. Notice how solid it is. And notice how you feel about it. It's okay if you feel angry or resentful of this situation or this thing or this idea that blocks you or limits you. It's been keeping you from the good life. Just picture it behind you as you sit in the blue truck. There it is, standing firm in its obstructive nature. At your command, the driver of the pickup starts to slowly pull away, to go down the road into the future. And with childlike wonder, you watch this symbol of lack, of limitation or disease begin to shrink. The further the blue pickup goes, the smaller it gets. You've gone down the road of life enough so that the troubling symbol is now half its original size. The blue truck pauses for a minute as you reflect. How does it feel to have this trouble, this unwelcome idea, this happening now half of its size? Can you feel it loosening the hold that it has on you? You motion to your trusted driver, and the pickup begins to move forward again. Your trouble begins to get progressively smaller and smaller, and any weight or hold that it has on you decreases with every inch of forward momentum. The pickup goes a little farther yet, and you ask the driver to stop. Your trouble is now right on the horizon. It has diminished to just a speck where the road meets the sky. You can't even really make out the details of it anymore. You wonder how it could have been so important, so obstructive. You wonder how it could have had any hold on you at all. Once more, you signal to the driver to move forward, and your trouble is gone. Although it may still be sitting in that road, it's gone from your life. You do not need to ever go back down that road again. You are now free to turn around in the cab. Notice the trees and greenery come into view and pass by on either side. This represents the present moment, the moment of all possibilities. And so I invite you to open your eyes. The blue pickup meditation, I think, helps us to realize that we have to make space for newness. We can't allow the things that have held us up in the past to still have that weight on us, to be that blocking agent. And if we want to experience newness, perhaps we do have to surrender some of the things that are holding us back, whether they're mental, whether they're physical. We have to be willing to give up something from the past in order to expect something wonderful to be here for us now. All right, it's time to move into newness, and I think, of course, it's time then for my traditional Easter joke. Oh, and I think I managed to find the worst one ever, by the way. We'll see what you think. So it was inevitable, I suppose, but at 7 years old, my son began to have doubts about the Easter bunny. He talked about it over with other kids at school, and much to my chagrin, he watched an episode about rabbits on the Nature Channel. 2 days before Easter, he came to me, and it was much worse, so much worse than I had thought. He said, "I figured out something about the Easter bunny, but I believe that it's also true about Santa Claus and the Tooth Fairy." I took a big breath. My little boy had grown into a man. The end of childhood. Thinking he'd grown up all at once, I said, with a tightness in my throat, "What is that, son?" He replied, "They're all nocturnal." Didn't see that coming, did you? And so my question is, can we put some childhood delight into what we'd like to see for ourselves coming up this year? In a moment, we're going to do a little ritual where online Reverend Marilyn and here in the sanctuary, 3 of us are going to be blessing some intentions for you personally this year. But before that, I'd like to lead you in one more very short meditation that I think might help us be prepared for newness in our lives. So once again, I invite you to follow your breathing into just a calm and restful position. Close your eyes if you're comfortable with that. And picture yourself just someplace safe, someplace comfortable. It might be a special place that you have in your memory where you always felt just loved and appreciated, a sanctuary of your mind. In this safe place, you can truly be yourself. You can explore new thoughts and beliefs. You don't have to worry about what other people might think. You can try out new ideas without the opinions of others. So we've already let go of something that's been standing in our way. We saw it go out of sight from the back of the blue pickup. There's nothing now that can keep us from experiencing something new, something powerful, something that will change our lives forever. And I'd like to ask a question for you to contemplate. It's a question designed to allow you to move forward. It can set you upon a course of evolution, of greater life, greater wholeness, greater consciousness. Every person will answer the question differently, and all answers are correct. Here's the question. What one thing would you like to change about your life in 2022? What one thing, if it were to be changed or healed or made different, would make all the difference? So allow the answers to this question to just flood your mind. What one thing would you like to change about your life this year? What change, what newness would make all the difference? Once you have it in your mind, use your imagination to picture your life already changed. That thing has already taken place. That healing has already happened. That new job or new way of being or new way of thinking is already yours. Just notice the positive impacts of this wonderful change in your life. Picture them all in your mind and feel the effect of them. How do you feel? Joyous? Free? Loved? Alive? And think of all the words that you might use to describe this change, this newness. This is your personal resurrection. You have moved beyond the past into a new day and a new life. But a resurrection is also a sacred covenant with God. And covenants have two parts: what you will do and what God will do. God's part of the covenant is to fill in the how this will happen. It is God's good pleasure to bring you the newness and changes you desire. God has the power and the presence to make these changes regardless of their complexity or human doubt. But you must fulfill your part of the covenant as well. You must agree to be guided by Spirit and to allow the past to remain in the past. There's no going back that road again. It is your job to keep moving out of the old fears, the old troubles. Allow them to just be out there on the horizon, never to trouble you again. I now invite you all to come back into the room with this vision of a changed life and changed mind. We're going to personally witness and bless this vision of newness here in the sanctuary in a few minutes. But let's maybe do the collection and have another lovely song from LaRhonda first. So I invite you, if you like, to take your gift or your tithe, whatever it is you'd like to share with us today. If you're online, you can go to our website at cslportland.org/donate to make a contribution. And I invite you to repeat after me. Graciously I give from a place of love, knowing that as I give, so do I richly receive. Would the ushers please begin receiving the gifts?
Yes, let's sing together our receiving chant. More than enough. I'll sing it wherever you put it. We'll sing it wherever Ken puts it, yes? Let's remind ourselves that there's more than enough, more than enough, more than enough, more than enough, more, much more than enough, more than enough. I have more than enough. I am more than enough. There is more than enough. More, much more than enough. 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 More, much more than enough. More, much more than enough. That is the truth. That is the truth. Thank you, Reverend Larry. What a beautiful, just a sweet, sweet place you've put us to this morning. Thank you for that. strong enough to bear the burdens that sometimes comes while living this thing called life? Am I wise enough to make the right decisions when I'm standing at the fork in the road? Well, sometimes I wonder and ponder, only to realize I'm not alone, and there's nothing I have to do on my own, because I am the place where God lives. He moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. That's right. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. Will I have enough to do the things I need to do to take care of myself? Will I have the help of mind and body to live a life of grace and wholeness? Sometimes I wonder and ponder, only to realize I'm not alone, and there's nothing I have to do on my own, because I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place.
I am the place where God
You
lives.
are the
Moves
place.
and breathes and has
We
its
are the
meaning. I am the place where
God shows up.
up.
I am the
I am the place where God
You are the place.
and breathes and has
Oh
its meaning.
yes, I am the place where God shows up. Will you sing that with us? I am the place. I am the place where
God lives,
moves and
breathes
breathes.
and has its meaning.
Oh,
I am the place where God shows up.
Let's sing it again. I am the place where God lives. It moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place.
The place
Yes.
where God lives,
God lives.
moves and breathes and has its meaning. I am the place where
God shows up. Oh yes, I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being.
I am the place where God
Oh yes,
God
I am the place.
and breathes and has
You
its
are the
meaning. I am the place
place
where
where God shows up. One more time. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has His being. I am the place where God shows up. Yeah.
Thank you. Wow. So now we would like to offer a personal blessing to anyone that would like to have some newness that we can witness and approve of for you. Nadine and Nancy, would you like to come forward? For those of you who are online, our Facebook Live audience, we also have a special Zoom room set up for you. So if you look in the chat along the Facebook Live, you'll see a link that will lead you into a Zoom room, and we have Reverend Marilyn standing by to likewise bless individually your intentions. But come on up here, and let me get you set up. Of course, to do a proper blessing, we have to have, anointing capabilities here. So So let me anoint you all. And oh yeah, well I definitely need to be anointed. Thank you. Thank you, I appreciate that.
Oh, I got doubly anointed.
Mm-hmm. Why not? Why not? And we'll just spread out up here. I think I'm going to put my mask on in case anyone would like that extra degree of safety. And whenever you are ready, just come on up and we will do a blessing. We will ask you, what newness would you like to have in your life for this year? And you will tell us, and then we will bless you. And I think we even have a little bit of music to play in the background. So, okay. And you can cut my microphone so that, yeah, you can turn me off there. So bless you all for being here with us today. Bless you online for those of you that had your intentions for newness blessed by Reverend Marilyn as well. We're going to do a little bit different for our benediction today. I'd like you to stand. And I know we normally do a very sweet one. Today, I'm going to give you a responsive reading, and all you have to remember is 4 words. I am reborn today. So let's try it out. I am reborn today. So I'm going to say something, and then you're going to say, I am reborn today. All right, you ready? Yes. All right. I release any belief in a need for war, positive or poverty, or disease. I let go of any attachment to judgment and gossip.
I am reborn today.
I know that the universe is unlimited.
I am reborn today.
I accept my authentic power.
I am reborn today.
I am reborn today.
I am reborn today.
I am reborn today. I am reborn today.
I am reborn today.
Know that you are never alone. The divine presence of love is with you always. And if any time during the day or night, when forgetfulness comes upon you, simply go within and remember that you are always, always loved. And in gratitude for this certainty, I let it be. And together we say, and so it is.
Our closing song is a little different today as well. It is the chorus of We Let It Be. Ooh, so we let the love, we let the love wash over us, wash over. Joy wash over us. We let the joy wash over us. We let it be. We let the peace wash over us. Bless you. Yes.
If you happen to be in the Portland, Oregon area, we'd love to have you visit in person. The Portland Center for Spiritual Living is located at 6211 Northeast Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. We have inspirational services at 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. every Sunday. We also have many programs, classes, and workshops developed just for our online audience. To find out more, go to our website at cslportland.org and look under the Online tab. We have a variety of content dedicated specifically for our online listeners. Our mission is to open hearts, ignite minds, and make a difference. If you'd like to support our center, you can donate online at cslportland.org/donate. Our website is also the place to learn more about what's going on at the center or to contact us. Allow us to become part of your extended spiritual community. Wherever you are on your spiritual journey, you are most welcome at the Center for Spiritual Living.